Hey Fit Fam, Coach Rye from Team Flex. Today we're going to dive into the Kuclo Classic Bikini. I almost fumbled those words. Kuclo Classic Bikini NPC level bikini and talk about actually just one of the classes here and go over an actual real deal top 5 placing at an NPC Bikini event. This gives a better outlook, I think, for all of you out there that are competing in NPC Bikini. We do a lot of IFBB content, we're looking at the pros, looking at the big shows, but if you're NPC, that's not where you need to be yet, right? There's a tier and a hierarchy of how these events work and everything else. So looking at the pros is great, but looking at what's actually on stage at your level is even better, okay? So let's take a look here at an actual real NPC Bikini class and go over the criteria, talk a little bit about top 5 and talk about how placings landed the way they did and why and what it means for you to do better on stage if you are an NPC Bikini competitor. And that's what I do on this channel all the time. It's the world's longest intro I just gave you, but hey, you know what? If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. All right, let's keep going. Here we go. So we're looking at Class E of this event, okay? And this is Kuclo Classic. It's an NPC competition that goes on. You know, it's just like any NPC competition that be going on in your local town, any place. So this is a very good representation of what would be on stage at, you know, an NPC Bikini event. Now, we're looking at the Class E here because this is our overall winner, okay? This is our overall bikini winner at the Kuclo. Her name is Kayla. Great job, Kayla. Great job, everybody else in this lineup. This is her actual class. So keep in mind, the overall winner competes against the actual other overall class winners. So, you know, there's class A, B, C, D. She's an E, okay? But there was a class winner for all those, and she competed against those to win overall. So this is not an overall, like, oh, here's our class winners comparison. This is a comparison of her exact class. So 1st to 5th is what we're going to look at. So keep that in mind as we go, okay? Now, there's Kayla. Over here, we got Katie. And then over here we have Heather. This is our top 3 in this class, in Class E. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. So right out the gate, you see all the fundamentals that is bikini division. So hourglass shape, every single lady's got it. They all got it very well. Really nice, you know, example of NPC, what the bikini division is looking like on those stages. We got it dialed. All these ladies here got the look, and that's obviously why, you know, they're taking home top 5 placings versus athletes that did not, okay? So that's a factor as well to consider. Now, with this, I think there are some clear differences here as well, okay? So let's talk a little bit about that. So Katie's got this good shoulder effect, good balance here, nice waist taper. Overall, lower body is a little bit more developed appearing to me than our 2nd place winner over here, Katie. And then our 3rd place over here, Heather. I think she's looking a little bit too dominant in the lower body, actually. So it's interesting to see how at NPC events especially, right? Bigger differences in physique, like how they look, how everything is. The pro competitions, everybody looks, you know, very close to the same. At NPC levels, you're going to see all sorts of different physiques because, you know, you never know what level of competition these athletes are. Have they done 10 shows? Have they done 1 show? Is this their first competition, right? You never know. And so what that means is there's going to be a lot of different looks there, a lot of different structures, and that is kind of, you know, how it's going to be. Now, all 3 of these ladies in our top 3 have brought a very, very good to the criteria physiques. However, there are some differences there that I think make a difference. Biggest one being so far that I'm seeing is Kayla has, you know, the most balanced lower body. So her quads and her hamstrings and everything match the glute shape, match the structure, which matches nicely to her upper body. So keep in mind, she did win the overall. She won this class, went on to win the overall. And looking over here, you know, Katie, it's all there too. Good shoulders, good taper, just maybe needs a little bit more, you know, muscle dominance in the lower body to kind of balance everything out a little bit better and just give a little bit more of that, you know, fullness effect to the physique. Because again, bikini division, not just about shreds, not about anything else. And I'm not saying these ladies are only about that. I'm just saying in general, these are things athletes get in their mind, right? They got to be leaner, leaner, leaner. But actually, bikini is all about the muscle. And looking over here at Heather, really great physique, good balance, good overall overall maybe you know, a little bit too dominant look in the lower body. I think that could be a factor. Her glutes kind of out overpower her legs in that sense, a little bit more in the, you know, glutes than we're seeing in the quads and the hamstrings. So muscle balance in the lower body makes a big difference. Now when we look from the back, this is where we get to again see the stories, and this is again at NPC level. You'll see a lot of difference, a lot of variances. Sometimes when we look at the back of the back pose of pros, it's harder to see the differences. NPC, you almost always see it. So again, here we go, looking at Kayla, very symmetrical, very balanced here. Everything really ties together nicely to say, okay, this is a muscular balanced bikini physique that is right on par with condition. Okay, so at the NPC level, you don't often see, and this is for all you on this channel, you're not going to see a lot of competitors having like the tie-ins and things that we see at the pro level. You just don't see that as much at NPC. You will at things like nationals, but that's because those competitors are about to become pros. However, most NPC events that happen, you know, you're not going to see those kind of tie-ins that we talk about all the time on this channel. All these ladies do have great tie-ins coming through here, but you're just not going to see that three-dimensional effect that you normally would like at a pro level. So keep that in mind. Again, for those of you out there that are, you know, competing in bikini, trying to get on stage and you're worried that you don't have tie-ins, hey, you know what? We don't really need them to the degree you probably think you do, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then, you know, looking over here, Katie's got a great overall look. Everything is symmetrical. Lower body, again, though, you know, a little bit more dominance in those glutes, I think would make a big difference. More upper glute, more overall glute, ties it together nicer. And, you know, I think that's a big difference there between Kayla and Katie is Kayla's got a little bit more of that muscle effect there. And looking over here at Heather, you know, it's interesting how much Heather's glutes look dominant from the front versus the back. So maybe some posing things, you know, to work on, but also a little bit of conditioning here for Heather, right? So when we start to get into the glutes in this zone, that's where you can really start to improve condition and everything. A little bit more size effect, a little more of that. A lot of times could be posing too, so keep that in mind. All really great examples of bikini criteria. Awesome physiques though, ladies. I'm not at all saying any of them are off, any of them did not do well. This is great. This is top 5 at an NPC event, and it is very hard to get these physiques. Just simply talking about placings overall and what it means for those of you out there that may be competing in NPC, okay? Now I want to take a look over here at our bringing in our 4th and our 5th. So we'll keep Kayla in the middle. She's right there. She's our winner, overall winner. And then we look over here, Brooke, she's going to be in 4th, and then Taylor over here in 5th. Okay, so looking at Brooke and Taylor now, again, they fit all the basic markers of bikini division. Good hourglass shape from both. Everything ties together. It's all there. However, you know, we'll notice right away a little bit less muscle on both of these ladies than any of our top 3. So they you know, might consider building a little bit more of the shoulders, building a little bit more glutes, a little more, you know, hamstrings, quads to really tie their look together and enhance their hourglass shape. Looking at Kayla, you can see really, you know, she just does have a lot more muscle, and that makes a big difference when you have, you know, all the good markers and shape like both of these athletes do, but you have less muscle than somebody else in your lineup. That means, you know, by default, you're probably not going to place as high as you could have if somebody's there with a little bit more muscle. Your physique starts to look a little bit more up and down. It's not as dramatic of the hourglass. And so if somebody has more muscle in your class, they're going to probably place higher than you in that sense, right? So really great physiques, really good examples of criteria. Let's look from the back here, and this is where you get to see again, you're not getting the same, you know, effects that you are from Kayla at this point. So Kayla's physique, very hourglass, very, you know, right there on the criteria, and, you know, good examples here from Brooke and good examples from Taylor as well, but just not as much development. And so I think, you know, a little bit more development, a little more upper body balance for Brooke here, bringing up the shoulders a bit to match the glutes in this shot. Everything there would be good. And same thing for Taylor, really, you know, improving a little bit more muscularity. So if you've been watching this channel a while, you know, we talk about it all the time. Bringing more muscle to the bikini stage is key and critical. If you are a bikini competitor, you are a bodybuilder, you want to make sure that you're bringing that muscle, not sleeping on the fact that you got to have that muscularity and that shape. And that is what builds the foundation of your physique. Great job to all the ladies in Class E, Kuclo Classic. Awesome job. Really think you did a great job overall. Great examples of criteria. Keep in mind, on this channel, you guys, I'm just talking about criteria. I want to talk about placings. I want to give you better insight into what's actually going on stage so that you know better going into the stage yourself what things are going to be like and what factors can matter to you. However, all these athletes, great examples, top fives, you know, at an NPC event, have done the work, they've done the job, and you know, I'm not here to try to talk about anybody and say they're off and do anything like that. I'm simply giving more insight and ideas into hopefully how you can apply your prep, your, you know, coaching, your whatever it is you're doing to get yourself on stage. Okay, so that's why we go over this. Fantastic job to all these ladies, and I hope you're watching. And for those of you that are new here, make sure you subscribe, and if you like these, you want more NPC, go ahead and comment it for me, and I will continue to do more NPC events. Give me that thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. Coach Rye is out.